Hey guys, today I want to show you how to install the TruXedo Edge on this 2017 Chevy Silverado 2500 with a 6.5 foot bed. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so your kit's going to come with a bulkhead seal. The first thing that we would want to do if we didn't have a drop-in bed liner or a spray-in bed liner would be to apply this bulkhead seal. But since this truck has one, we're not going to be installing this. But it's actually fairly simple. What you would do is you would clean your entire bulkhead with rubbing alcohol, and then you would take your seal, apply it to one side, and then run it all the way down to the other side, closest to the inside of the truck bed. Next, we're going to grab our passenger side rail. As you can see on the back side, there's going to be a foam strip that runs the entire length of the rail. That's going to meet up with your bed cap on the passenger side, and your tensioner is going to be towards the front of the truck, and your latch system is going to be towards the tailgate. And now on either side of the rail, you're also going to have a foam spacer that's going to meet up with your bed cap and your tailgate. Now, to hold our rail in place temporarily, we're going to use a couple squeeze clamps, and then we can make some adjustments to the rail. We want to make sure that it's flush with the top of the bed cap and that the foam spacers on either side are compressed evenly between the bulkhead and your tailgate. Now your kit's going to come with two different size clamps, a small clamp and a large clamp. Your small clamps are going to be for your middle location and your furthest towards the cab of the truck location. The large clamp is going to go to the rear of the truck. Alright, we're going to start with our middle clamp first, and it's going to go right over your bed on the back side and over the rail. Now just make sure that your teeth in your clamp are matching up with the grooves in the rail, and then we can use a 1/2 inch ratcheting wrench and tighten that down. While you're tightening that down, you also want to make sure that your rail is still flush with your bed cap. Okay, next we're going to do our front clamp, and it's going to go on the rail, and we're going to push it as far towards the cab of the truck as we can. And then we can go ahead and tighten this down as well. So your rear clamp is going to be a little bit different. We're actually going to have to take that one apart. And the back side, which is going to be the side with the two sets of grooves, is going to go in your stake pocket. Now you're going to have to wiggle that around and get it underneath your bed cap so that it's sitting up against the metal part of your truck. Now while holding that in position, we're going to take the other side of our clamp and just start to get that bolt threaded through. So once we have it threaded in a little bit, we can actually then meet up the teeth with the grooves in the rail, and then we can go ahead and tighten that down as well. Now once that's tight, you can go ahead and remove your squeeze clamps and repeat those same steps on the opposite side. Alright, so now we can take the cover and set it on our rails. Here you can see our tension adjuster. Now our cover is going to slide right over the front of that, and you're actually going to have a bolt that is going to go through the hole in the rail on both sides. So now with our bolt captured in our rail, we're going to pull the cover all the way tight against our tensioner, and then we're going to put a plastic washer and a locking nut on there. We'll go ahead and tighten that down with a 14mm socket. And you're just going to want to tighten this down until that washer stops spinning. Just make sure you don't over tighten it. Alright guys, now we're ready to roll back our cover and test the operation. Just make sure that the tarp is centered on the rails, and then just go ahead and roll it back. As you can see, you have some cross beams too. Just make sure those are going into the rail as well. And then at the end, make sure it fits in the latch, and go ahead and pull it tight. So your tension's supposed to be set when it comes to you, but in case your cover is a little bit too loose, you're just going to rotate your tension adjuster clockwise on both sides. Now if it's just a little bit too tight, you're going to rotate it counterclockwise. Alright guys, that completes the installation. If you have any questions, give us a call or visit us online. Thanks.